Hey everyone. So I need to start doing tarot readings. It's just something I know I need to do. I've had a box of cards for over a decade, and I always had this idea that someday I would do something with them. But I had to find them the other day, and I did. And so I've had this box. I've never done anything with them. I just knew that someday I would. So today I'm going to start doing readings. And granted, I don't know much about the tarot, so I'm going to be following a lot of intuition here. Okay, so what I'm using, first of all, is Druid Animal Oracle. And today I have the wolf, and he was in reverse. Now, using two other decks, and I don't know their name exactly because, again, I just have the cards. This one, I believe, is by Ted Andrews, but I'm not sure. And it's something with animals. Okay. And this one is called the Hanel Tarot, I think. So anyways, these were the two decks that I'm being, three decks rather, for these readings I'm going to start to do. With me and Samba are working on this. So, but these two tarot decks are ones that I'm being asked to look at. And so I placed them all together today, matched them all up. So, here would be, this is the Knight of Swords, or, for both of them. Okay. Or one's called the Son of Swords and one's called the Knight of Swords. Okay. Now, interestingly enough, oddly enough, I'm really happy just so far. So I'm not going to be mixing these decks up for a while. So this is just me randomly picking in the deck. Okay, but I have to pick the pair because, interestingly enough, the pairs of them often provide the masculine and feminine energy, or what could be considered opposite perspectives on the same thing. Okay. So getting on with just an energy of this deck, I had to focus on Wolf, but of course, he came out reversed. Now this deck I am comfortable with. I had done quite a few readings with this Oracle deck. And oddly, because I pulled the Wolf this morning because I was being asked to I'm being asked to just start to draw some cards to look at every once in a while. I pulled the Wolf, put him back in, shuffled, and the Wolf came out again. This time he's in reverse. That was telling me that, okay, well, I'm just going to give this as it was coming to me. The wolf is a pack animal. They live in a family. There's a hierarchy. However, in reverse, he's become the lone wolf. Now, granted, understand these messages are about barriers to love. And my purpose and mine and Samba's purpose is to start to identify and get rid of our barriers to love, so that way we can have positive love instead of negative love. I'll be explaining that more as I go along. But the thing is it's just trying to find the things that we are doing to each other, that we keep tearing each other apart and we can't feel real love. So the lone wolf. Why is the wolf decided to be alone? Why is the wolf alone? My thought was, as many things are coming in the wolf's life, that the wolf has essentially just decided to give up on people. Decided, or the pack. or something like that. This could be bullying, social ostracization. I can never quite pronounce that word. That is leading the individual to just stop trying. Because love hurts. Every time the individual gets close to someone, it ends up just being destroyed. And that's where I feel like I'm at right now in my life. So, right now, this very well could apply to me. I want to take this path of just being alone, being to myself, doing what I need to do to just isolate myself, just be completely introverted, and really cut myself off from human relationships for a while until I can figure certain things out. So, however, I know that I can't do that because we're social creatures. We need companionship. So, the Prince of Swords in the Hawk here talks about it guardianship. Is this idea to keep an eye on what's important. And there's a level of protection I need going forward. It's protecting my heart from those who have broken hearts for various reasons and then decide to project it outward onto me because I trigger them in some way. And then friendships, relationships, and as a lover, or even family relationships, co-workers, they all just really seem to go to hell. I am really at this point sick and tired of trying to create relationships with people. Tired of trying to be hurt. So this is telling me that I need to find protection from myself. I need to figure out how to set my boundaries and barriers so I don't keep getting hurt. And I am gonna have to figure out how to love again. I'm much more in tune with the animal energy. So Hawk is telling me to rise above the situation, to look at things from an aerial perspective, so that way I can detach myself and realize that it's not necessarily about me. But there is this real need of just, I have done so much work, and now it's like, I don't even want to keep trying. If this is what the world is going to be, is just these instant, constant projections, and I'm going to be the only one doing any work to try to figure out how we can get along, then there's no point for me to enter into relationships. I may as well just go into hermit status, do my work that I can, release the stuff I can to help heal other people, allow the messages that need to come through me, basically just to be a celibate monk, isolated somewhere in a far off remote mountain. I actually really want that right now. But the night is telling me, and perhaps this is why this is the Son of Swords in the south. And believe it's air. Yeah. I'm an air sign. And air is about freedom. So perhaps when I find my freedom, I'll be able to open my heart again to engaging in love. When I know who I am. So that's that level of protection. That this is Osiris. I don't know much about Osiris. I know I'm very much attached to Egypt. Particularly stories of Jesus being in Egypt. So I became attached to Egypt though through my sister, who suddenly was like super interested in Egypt, and it was like the only subject she ever delved into. Otherwise she hated school and flunked out. But she taught herself Arabic, and she was so enthralled in Egypt. Something happened though, and she got scared and pushed it away, and she resists it to this day. Over 20 years later, she's scared of it for some reason. So there's a lot of mystery involved there. So perhaps what this is telling me is that through the mystery, through going on this journey that I know I need to go on to find myself, through that freedom of movement to just go where the wind takes me, and having that ability to just protect myself from projections, to reflect, if it is indeed a mirror of me, to reflect on myself first and foremost, to look at the speck and plank in my own eye instead of always looking at the speck in others. But there's only so much plank work I can do, and that's the point I've reached, in that I just can't engage with people anymore, or I'm tired of it. Okay. So the message for this barrier to love is to figure out how to overcome being the lone wolf. That's going to take me some time. All right, I'm going to leave this alone now. Think about this, meditate on it some more. I love you all. Thanks for listening. Bye.